Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Dunder Snuff, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome in, guys. I'm just gonna get with it on the painting. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Let's just get into it. Get some black paint out, and we'll start painting some black. I do, however, need to look up photo or two. Fox, what's up? French project about Switzerland. Oh, fun. Okay. You enjoy that. Okay, let's see. Just taking a look. What I need to paint. Boots, those supports, maybe the masks. It's on the back of the minis. The cabling. That's about it. Yeah. Okay. Alright. How's everybody this morning? Let's set you guys over here. Get a nice brush out. Let's do everything but the gun casing first, and then we'll come back and we'll do the gun casing on everybody. We'll just break these steps down a little bit. Make it a little easier, a little less monotonous. You guys are having a good Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Having a good day. It's able to get out and about real early. So I got my routine started a little bit earlier than I usually do, and it was like 5 minutes faster, but that just turned into like a whole bunch of extra free time this morning. So I was really happy about it. Somehow getting out the door 5 minutes earlier meant I had an extra 45 minutes of time just to get caught up on things. So that was nice. D-Slayer, what's going on? All in all, a good day. Able to hit the gym, felt good. Got my free coffee from Dunkin', also felt good. Dunkin' was super fast, also felt good. Good stuff. I got the YouTube video fully ready for like public, I guess, release. With all the chapters in and everything, so if anyone's watching my boring Horus Heresy video series, you got a video coming this afternoon now. Right after stream, I should have it open to everybody, so that's nice. Now it's the cabling. And their little elbow pads. That's right. They'll have little elbow and knee pads. Hit the cabling first, and we'll go back to the elbow and knee pads. So I got to play a game of Warhammer the Old World last night. Met up for kind of a learning game. I'm wanting to go to a store's doing a little event where it's like a charity event. They're doing like a bring some unopened toys to donate and basically play 3 rounds of Warhammer for the day. So yeah, so I figured I actually, should probably learn how to play the game. And I've played like 2 games over the past year and a half, so I don't have a very good grasp on it. But I met someone to play, and I brought my vampire counts. They brought Bretonians, and yeah, essentially I got my teeth completely kicked in. So that was the game. Yeah, it's not often I feel like I have like 0 chance playing a game against somebody, but I definitely felt like I had, like there was nothing I could do in that game. And honestly, it felt a little cruddy. I didn't particularly have a good time playing that game, but my opponent's a nice guy, and he also I taught him how to play Heresy. In the first game we played of Heresy, I kind of wrecked him, even though that was more just my luck. Ended up being really good. So, but yeah, he took basically a full knight army. So he had 3 big units of knights, so cavalry. And then he had some Pegasus Knights, which are flying cavalry. And a general was a dude on a Pegasus, so a lot of mobility. And I did not have that kind of mobility. And I deployed pretty bad too, because I'm not... I recognize that game as kind of won and lost in deployment. And I did not deploy super well. But yeah, I wasn't able to do anything, so I just kind of stood there and ate cavalry charges wherever my opponent chose. That was kind of my game. Spaceship tabletop game on YouTube. I think you'd like it called Drop. Yeah, I've seen Drop Fleet Commander. Yeah. There's someone, is it Quishy in stream? They paint a lot of Drop Fleet Commander minis. Yeah, I've seen the game. I've not played it. It looks pretty interesting. Okay, so that's the black aside from the gun. We'll come back and get the gun casing on these after we get all the basic stuff on these minis. Yeah, so hopefully I can play another game of Warhammer before that event. I can not lose as hard. His shoes. We're gonna try to finish base colors today, get some washes, and maybe start on some of the highlights. Be really nice if we could do all that today. I'll be feeling really good. Just need to finish up the highlights the next 2 days and kind of be done. So that'd be really nice. I need to go out to my local store. I gotta look for... I was at one store last night that usually doesn't have very good stock. So they didn't have anything that I was kind of looking for as far as like a giveaway mini. So might do something a little different for a giveaway mini, but I am going to head out to a different store today. I think this afternoon, if I have the time, I'll head out there and see if I can't find a cool mini. Maybe something Star Wars or Middle Earth or something. We'll see. Hey Painter, I have a question. What's up, Cheese Whiz? GW stores past week got some known oil. Need to be wiped off. No, it does not need to. Yeah, it's called known oil. That's just the name of the color. You can just apply it and let it sit and dry. Yeah. It is a regular wash. Known oil is like the most regular wash, honestly. Like it's kind of like the baseline for washes, I feel like. Warhammer store open today here. Nice. They're only Wednesday to Sunday. It's probably because just a one-person store. That's why. And that one person apparently is a part-time employee. I don't know why. But yeah, known oil is really good paint. Don't spill it. You probably will spill it eventually, but be careful with it. Never feels good to spill, especially the known oil. Yeah, how are you doing, Cheese Whiz and Epion? How you guys doing? Yeah, known oil is like is just, I swear the paint pot is like programmed to fall over. Yeah. Bottle Goblin, it really is. What's up, Crotchety Crab? How are you doing? Welcome in, guys. We're just chilling. We're chilling and painting. That's all we're doing today. Ask for the Chaos Dwarf Mini of the Month. That's right. Yeah, if you're in a GW store, yep, get your Mini of the Month. I think it'd be cool to do the Mini of the Month, to go grab Mini of the Month, but I don't live close enough to a GW store to be willing to head out just to get a free Mini. Pretty far away, so I have my local stores, and I'll see the prices for the minis there. Showing like a video. What's up, Sindri? What is going on? I saw at the store I was at, they had a lot of Chaos Dwarves in stock, and I was kind of surprised because they just came out, right? Vacation, and there's a GW store in Portland. Nice. Did you get your free mini? That's great. You both got one. Nice. Does she paint minis, or is this you both got one and you're gonna paint the one that she got? There's a GW store. It's a solid like 45-minute drive from me, but I went there once a few years ago, and it was someone that wanted to, I was selling some minis, and the person's like, yeah, I'll meet you at the GW store, and like posted outside of the GW store and said like no buying or selling minis here. And I felt really bad, and I was trying to get the guy to come out of the parking lot. He's like, no, just come in, man, just come in, it's fine. So I go in and I'm like, hey, and there's some people sitting around the table, and I was like, I'm looking for so-and-so. And the store manager like was just sitting there hobbying with them or whatever, and the guy's like, oh yeah, it's me. He's like, you got the mini? He's like, I'll pay you right now and everything. And like, I just sold a used mini in front of a GW manager at their own store, like while he watched, and I felt really bad. Yeah, it's super awkward. I was trying to do like, yeah, I'm out in the parking lot. He's like, yeah, just come in. I was like, no. Tempting it with the Gloomspite gets Spearhead. Oh, cool. All right. Gloomspite gets are fun because they're super colorful. And I'd say aside from like the Soul Blight, or maybe some of the more like classic fantasy looking armies in Sigmar, like the Gloomspite are probably the most interesting to me, just because they're like wacky and colorful. Yeah, the first hit's free. That's right. You were right the first time, Cheese Whiz. Store here isn't too bad. Some of the non-GW stores have better selection of minis. I've yet to see Space Wolf's kit. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, Central Ohio is really spoiled for choice when it comes to game stores, independent retailers. And to be honest, I'm surprised the Games Workshop store that is where it is has been open for as long as it has. Just because I don't see why people would go there when they can go to these LGSs and get discounts on all the minis with a better environment to play and better hours to play and all this stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, the moon theme for the Gloomspite, yeah, it's cool. GW Manager helped me get in contact with a printer company when Screamers were out of stock from its... Oh, wow, Crotchy Crab, that's cool. Yeah, I think something to remember about a lot of the Games Workshop store managers and employees and stuff is that they're in this hobby too, right? A lot of them are people that love the setting or the hobby and wanted to, or found a job working with it. And like, while GW Corporate has its policies, and I know nobody likes GW Corporate policies, and as you shouldn't, but like the people that work in these places they're just people, right? And they probably have the same dilemmas. They just get a bigger discount on the minis. Getting the Lizardman LGS, yeah, yep. Should be core equals villains. Should be employee equal heroes. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've had heard plenty of poor stories about GW employees too, but it's a microcosm of any society, right? You're gonna have people that are really cool and really nice and friendly, and you're gonna have people that aren't. So. I feel like I've had this discussion a lot the past few months, but Games Workshop, even as a corporation, like, we understand they have anti-consumer practices, and they do plenty of stuff that's not good, and like, I think we all understand that, right? Raising prices when they don't need to, like constantly raising prices, offering less for more, not providing good deals, messing with the rules when they don't need to, all these kinds of things. Like, we all understand that. But as far as corporations go, I don't think GW cracks like the top 50 of like unethical companies. Not saying they're ethical. I'm not saying, what they do is great or anything, but just comparatively speaking, I was thinking about this the other day, like as far as corporations go, there are so many worse things. And I understand that, like, people in this sphere that we're in, I literally live this like sphere of Warhammer and miniatures and stuff, so I am completely inundated in this kind of environment. But you know, people get frustrated with things. They, you know, choose to boycott GW and you know all these things, and like they do that, and like that's fine because you know we're all very passionate about our hobby. But at the end of the day, like you know, it's a hobby, it's a luxury good. It's not like you know, you think of some of the other unethical companies like just completely ruining the world for profit on things that people need, or things like that, and then GW's just over here like, yeah, we make plastic miniatures for lots of money, and people are like, no. They get so mad about it. Yeah, plenty of things I don't like GW for. Yeah, I don't care for many of their business practices, but they seem like they treat their employees pretty well overall. You know, they're very generous about sharing profits with the employees, which to me is good. Like if a company will treat its employees well, like that gives it a lot of goodwill points for me. They make a lot of stuff in like China and everything, but they do make a lot of stuff in the countries where they sell them, at least the US, UK. I think Australia even has a factory, right? They just sell things for tons of money in Australia, though. We need to remember in the end, it's a company. Company employees make money. Yeah, we talk about this a lot. Appian is that GW doesn't make miniatures and they don't make games. GW makes money. That's their goal, especially a publicly traded company. They make money. So if they're not making money, then they're not fulfilling, you know, whatever they are as a corporation. And as much as we, you know, love and or hate and or have criticisms of capitalism and the system that it breeds, like that's what we, you know, that's the system a lot of us are working with right now. So we give them grief because we love them. Yeah, I think people are just passionate about things, right? And I think it goes to show just how relatively, I think easygoing, maybe, you know, again, relatively, not saying people have easy lives, but relatively easygoing. A lot of people's lives are when they have the time and energy to spend so much focus on a hobby, for good or ill, right? It's probably a sign of prosperity when our biggest problems and our biggest complaints have to do with a miniature game company. Miss the days of using paper cutouts as proxies. I don't think I ever used paper cutouts as proxies, but when I was a teenager, I tried to make a game, and it used, it was similar to like a Warhammer Fantasy style game, but I remember I used paper cutouts, like overhead views of like regiments and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a game that you can get that does that. They've run Kickstarters and stuff, where they use, it's like cardboard sheets with like the individual minis. It's like a top-down view, kind of like Soul or Soval. You guys remember that, the PC game, the free PC game on Steam? Okay, so 4 done with that. is this here? Okay. It was really nice seeing my whole Vampire Counts army on the table last night, though. I didn't bring any of my big monsters, but they looked good. I got wrecked. I forgot half my rules anyway. So I was just running a learning game, and my opponent just kind of crushed me. Wish my unit in the laundry. Wait, what? Biggest complaint. Oh, you wash your unit in the laundry. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. The paper unit. What is that game called? Is that like Battlegrounds or something? What is that game called? That... We got the elbow pads. We got the knee pad. Cool. One more, and then we'll get to the gun casing. And I'm gonna look up just the GW picture of these, see if I can't get a good overview of what the guns look like. just to get an idea where the casing is. Any Patreon members, do want to let you know I do plan on doing the hangout tonight. I might be late, I don't know, but Painting Son has a choir concert tonight, his first ever choir concert, and so we're going, but it doesn't start till a little later, so go to that. I am super excited, honestly. Alright, question for you guys. Anybody that's chilling right now. If I were to make a YouTube video talking about something, what would it be? Or a YouTube video about something, what would it be? What would you want? What would you want to watch? I know, yeah, you want the children's book. Nursery rhymes talking about my games or whatever, yeah. Yeah. Never painted her hat. We'll get back to that. Let's look up real quick. Painting tutorials, yeah. Honestly, I understand like painting tutorials, but like, man, I don't know. I've tried to do painting. I've tried so many times to make painting tutorials for YouTube, and they always turn out like so miserable and like haggard, and I hate it. I have made, I want to say 3 or 4 separate attempts at making a painting tutorial of some sort for a YouTube video, and every time like I can't even bring myself to upload it. I can't, like my camera quality's bad, and it's worse when like YouTube compresses it and like it never looks good, and I can never get the settings right, and then it's the whole plethora of things. Like, honestly, painting tutorials take forever to film. So kudos to anyone like Duncan Rhodes, who paints like whole minis, right? And like he makes it look really easy because he puts everything in a 15-20 minute video, but that dude is you know, he's painting for hours trying to get the mini in the right position and stuff, and like that's a whole thing. That's a pretty difficult thing to do. And then you're like, you're painting something, and do you watch the screen? Do you watch where your mini is? And if your mini is like off frame when you're painting an important part, like, do you redo it or do you just deal with it? And because that part is painted on that mini, right? So like, where do you go from there? It's difficult. Yeah, I have tried painting tutorials because I'm like, oh, I'm the painting dad. I should be making videos about painting, and I can't. Most used painting tools, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, what's up, Night Ninja? I see you there. I'm trying to finish these by the end of the week, in case you're wondering. So these are yours, right? Right. I have the name right. Try to get everything out to you by the end of the week, or ship it out Monday or whatever. Hey, Big Papa, what's going on? It's not Friday. What are you doing here? Is Zenner the Painting Wife in stream? Painting Wife is home right now, but no, she's not in stream. No worries. Yeah. Okay. I thought I had that right. I've made a serious. Yeah, leave now. Yeah, Painting Family is doing well. Yeah. Painting Son has a choir concert tonight. So I'm a little nervous, but really excited. Choir recital, yeah. Yep. We'll see. First one ever. I think that, let's see, they want these little like plug pieces. Like at least their studio minis do. Alright. Anyone in chat from Switzerland? anybody from Switzerland? I've had people in stream from Switzerland, but yeah, I don't know about currently. Could have first person source instead of articles, yeah. Need to find like a Swiss mini painter streaming on Twitch. And go ask them. From Cali, basically the same. Yeah. There you go. Big Papa's the first-hand source. The Big Papa, I played a game of Old World last night and got completely trashed. So it was fun. It was pretty fun. So I was playing my vampire accounts, and it was a full 2,000 point game. It was a learning game, so I wanted to get like a refresher on the rules before going to an event in a month. And my opponent brought Bretonia. His Bretonian army was basically all cav, and then he had like a trebuchet and a unit of archers. So, which is yeah, quick little 2K learning. I mean, I like to be kind of thrown into the deep end when I'm learning the game, and I want to put all my painted minis on the board. So those are my goals. But yeah, essentially what happened was my opponent was faster than me and charged my units, and then that's what happened. So I didn't really get to do anything in the game, anything of meaning. I just tried to I don't know, cast some spells, and then that was about it, while my opponent chose everywhere to move all the time. I forgot some of my rules, which may have changed some things, because we were moving pretty quick, a little quicker than I had expected, honestly. Like I told my opponent I've played maybe 2 games before that of Old World, and that was like over a year ago, and yeah, he was just kind of zooming through everything, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on for some of it. So I think my deployment kind of got me too. I don't think I deployed super well, so might have been another part of it. But yeah, I just kind of felt like I was just rolling some dice and picking minis up off the table while my opponent was moving around and doing stuff. So I got yeehawed, yeah, basically. You finally didn't lose a game of 40k. So did you win, or did you just not lose? Sounds like you and your opponent had 2 separate planes of understanding. Yeah, I think so. And the guy's really nice, so like I wasn't enjoying... Oh, you tied on points. Oh, nice. Okay. It's like the rarest result, so congrats. Only uphill from here, Dunder Snuff. That's it. Yeah, and what's funny is it's about a year ago, I played this guy in Horus Heresy. I kind of taught him like modern Horus Heresy, and he's like an old gamer. He's played all these games for a long time, so he's really quick to learn it. I ended up winning that game, and I kind of smashed him in that learning game. But I also feel like it was very much like I had some crazy lucky dice, like my little Xiphon jet blowing up a Land Raider in one shot, and like doing things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was deserved. yeah, I kind of want to get out there and play again though. I have ideas. I have ways to correct what I did. I have thoughts. So, and I hopefully will not forget rules, but as much. Should help refresh the rule set a little bit, yeah. So like my thing is, I play Heresy, which is another like GW specialist game. It's pretty similar in how it's laid out and everything to the old world with some respects. And I know there's phases and there's sub phases and things happen in each phase and sub phase, and I don't understand any of those anymore. So I just need to read my rule book more. But I also know there's FAQs that have changed things. So I was hoping for a little bit of like a, like, oh yeah, here's the rule and the FAQ plays it this way, or has you play it this way now or something, but wasn't really that. So he did say, I think he's the only one that plays Bretonnians in our local group, and he said at the event that we're having next month, he said he's not bringing his Bretonnians, so he said you don't have to worry about that. I think Bretonnians are also like super busted in the current rule set too. So, but I also think vampire counts are busted. But I tried to avoid the like OP things. Like I didn't bring any of my dragons, or I didn't bring my like a crazy wizard. I just brought like a level 3 wizard, and I didn't bring. There's like psychic screams or something that vampire counts are known for, like just being really nasty. I didn't bring any of that, so it was all I was trying to be like a little more cordial. My opponent was like, no. He's like, we ride, and then just like just wrecked my army. Yeah, Cav got nerfed a bunch, and infantry got buffed a bunch with the FAQ, so that's a thing. But I don't think I have a ton of like the big OP units either that vampire counts are known for. No, we ride. Yeah, that's just what they, yeah. Oh, my back. All right. I do have this little guy I primed here. He's a little like necromancer dude. I think he's from Curse City. I primed him up. I forgot to fill in all the gaps before I primed him, so you can see like the big line down his back on both ends there. But I might use this guy as a necromancer, just as a goofy little necromancer. Where's it shows? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I think some different deployment. I think I would have had a better shot in remembering some of my rules, but also again, like there are ways I could have equipped my army or like changed my characters up that would have done a lot better. Or like if I just decided to bring a character on a dragon, that game would have been a lot different. Instead, I was like throwing units into my army because I was like short on points. So I was like, yeah, I'll take bat swarms, which are just awful, and I would never bring them if I didn't have to. But I was like, yeah, okay, I'll spend 100 points on bat swarms, and I'll take more skeletons and more zombies, and I'll just do all these things. So I did put my Blood Knights on the table though. They did nothing because my opponent just ran away from them. So my 500 point unit. It's very much like new game thing though. Like I remember just, whenever you play a new game, like like a fish out of water, and you got to figure out kind of how the tempo works with the game and the little rules interactions and all of that. So why don't you just run to a forest and teleport? Yeah, the wood elves. Yeah, no kidding. Man, wood elves are cool. I was playing a wood elf campaign on Total War. I got the short campaign victory and kind of lost interest after that. But I did confederate all the wood elf factions, which was nice. Except Dryka. I don't have Dryka, but I think she might be destroyed at this point. I don't think she was alive anymore. My favorite unit from the Wood Elves, always, since 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy, my favorite unit was the Warhawk Riders. Warhawk Riders have always been my favorite. It's always thought they were super cool. So, but their minis were always expensive. Still are pretty expensive, and I think direct only. Like, you can't even buy them at like a regular time or place. But yeah, Unified Lauren, yep. So yeah, so the Sisters of Twilight is like my campaign of choice for the Wood Elves, because they're just all about riding, or the Hawk Riders. One thing that's funny about there's a bug in that campaign where once the Sisters of Twilight unlock their dragon, you can't switch to ride the eagle again. You have to stay on the dragon the rest of the campaign. STLs. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know those STLs on cults. Yeah. Dragon locked. Yeah, I don't like the dragon so. I like them on the hawk or the eagle or whatever because they move faster, and they just stay up in the air and shoot stuff, right? And then you summon the other one in the battlefield, and it goes and fights things. So you stay on the eagle and you summon in the dragon. Like, that's the way to go, and the dragon just runs around and wrecks everybody. But no, they have to be stuck on the dragon. I summon in the eagle. That's kind of a trash fighter compared to everything else, so it's kind of lame bug. I don't know if they know about it. I should probably report that somewhere, but I did not. I can't remember who the that creator that makes those the Hawk Riders on the Corvids. Yeah, it's like a he makes a lot of different. I think I follow him on cults. Makes a lot of elves and stuff. A lot of good looking minis. I got a Wood Elf STL from him actually, and it was for Glade Guard. It was for archers. And I remember I printed them, and like the prints were okay. They were very mediocre when they were all said and done. They were very fragile. The supports were very like heavy on them. And I remember most of the bows broke on the Wood Elves that I printed with the pre-supports, which was unfortunate. Hey, Mike and Minis, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're staying out of trouble. Like Votann color scheme. Thank you. Sounderson Boone, welcome in. Yeah, we're laying down some base colors now. We'll get to the washes and highlights. Hopefully, we'll get the washes down today. That's my goal. So, Votann are going well. This is a bit of a smaller batch to paint, so we're getting through them pretty quick. I got six of these Thunderkin and 6 Steeljacks that I'm working on. And the color scheme is like a bone armor with orange and some red accents on them. So, to be fair, it's like trouble finds me. Oh no. That's too bad. Facing some warped spiders. Oh, cool. Are they the new plastic ones? How do you like those minis? Warp spiders are my favorite, what do you call them? Aspect warriors. And I love their new Phoenix Lord mini. It looks really cool. Painting goes the next 6 months. Okay, okay. Well, that's great. That's good to have some goals. And yeah, good on your friend group there. Making goals for everybody. One more with this weapon casing. Accountability buddies, yeah. Not podcast. That's a podcast, isn't it? I think they talk about Horus Heresy. They talk about lots of stuff. They're bare to paint and yeah, okay, yeah, painting and sub-assembly. Would you put them together and just paint them all at once if you had to do it again? So how would you do that? These Thunderkin are pretty wild as far as minis go, and I'm surprised that they ever like got approval for minis like these. They're overall really bad to assemble and paint because there's so many layers on these minis that yeah, you can't just paint a color over another color because it's going to happen when your brush comes in contact, but you can't paint them in sub-assemblies except for like the gun. Everything else, it's like all these the like exoskeleton piping and whatever, it's all like layered over things, and I don't think it's possible to paint in. You have to break this thing down basically and paint it on the sprue if you're going to do that. It's about the only way it works. Warp spiders in the future. Okay, yeah, the backpacks. I will keep that in mind if I ever have to paint some. Spiders are the first non-vehicle unit I felt are required to be painted in subassembly. Really? Okay, okay. That's really interesting. Get underneath here on these guys. The Eldar play in our group, so you get to have all the colorful fun. Yeah, I mean Eldar are fun to paint though. Very fun to paint. Yeah, because you can be colorful with them, and it makes sense. And you even get to do lots of different color schemes within like an army, which is cool if you paint your aspect warriors that way. So I like that. Nice to have that ability. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so black is finished. A couple more things. Let's see. What I'm doing. Let's cap. So I'm messing around painting some Empire minis for the old world. And, you know, I just want an excuse to paint some colorful minis. And if I finish these and want to continue on, then my plan is to make each of my regiments from a different state in the Empire, so I can paint different colors on everybody. That's the plan. Hey, Alex Jensen, welcome in. Another rainy day in Denmark. Yeah. Too bad. It was a rainy day yesterday. Been cool, but very nice out today. Okay. We got those. Let's get some light bronze. Never bored to paint. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you're magnetizing the... Yeah. Yeah, it'd be rough. I prefer to magnetize my minis, but I don't know. Like, I feel like when you get down to those sizes, it's maybe not worth it. Okay, we're gonna start with the steel jacks on here. What's up, Hydro? Yeah, Big Papa's chilling. Only magnetized vehicles and wraith blades, yeah. Get their knives with some of this bronze too. Yeah, and they got some other things here. So should the Votann have flyers, or at least some sort of skimmer? They do have skimmers. Yeah, they have jet bikes and they have a little hovercraft ATV transport type thing. So they do have skimmers. I don't know about flyers. Flyers seem kind of inappropriate for dwarves. They make great yeah, it's an electric razor / frog transport. That's the Votann new vehicle. Okay, now let's figure out this guy. Okay, we'll get the knives in a minute. We're gonna go through and just make sure we got all the random Votann-like designs here. We need to come back. We need to get the metal on these guys too. 4 washes. Anything else to do? Sign of Votann vehicles are great. Heard a lot of consternation about them when they first came out. Yeah. Votann aesthetic is not my favorite. But yeah, I mean, I can understand why people like them though. Okay, the knives. look up the knives on the steel jacks just so I have an idea. Let's do those in metal. Yeah, okay. There's a little design on the sheath there. Good fight of work, yeah. Mistakes here and there, not a big deal. These minis. I have one guy with it's a full robot here. Jumping at dinner time. Yeah, no problem, Alex. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Other things, I don't think there's much on these guys otherwise with these colors. Need skin and stuff, but we'll get the metallics on the steel jacks. I forgot his little elbow pads. Sorry, little man, little tiny little man here. Got its knee pad. Yeah, I think what we do, get our silver out, our steel. Put the steel on the steel jacks. Then we do touch-ups of steel on all the thunderkin. Okay. So first thing, the knees. This piece right here. Votann being painted gives me impressions that Votann are Tau-light painting-wise. Large panels, edges, same vein as a battlesuit. Yeah. I'd say Tau, I think, are a lot less detailed on their minis, which I think is better overall for mini painting. The Votann definitely have just a lot of like extraneous details all over their miniatures. And yeah, a lot of rounded surfaces. The Tau have a lot of like flat panels, and the Votann are like that, but they're just, yeah, a lot of big rounded panels on everything. I get what you're saying. Picking up what you're putting down. How do you like painting gems? Oh, yeah. Is a big Eldar thing, right? What else here? Nothing. Onto the weapons. Yeah, looks like onto the weapon. Yeah, just all gems. Instead of skulls, it's just gems. Could have zoomed this mini out further, jeez. That correlation? Gems with the Eldar skulls. I mean, they kind of are, aren't they? Right? Because they're the dead Eldar. right. I think it might be it for the silver on these. These here. I think that's it. Let's get the next one. Just like mind blowing, yeah. GW's trying to be sneaky. Like, yeah, look, there's no skulls in these minis. But they're just covered in the souls of their dead family and people, right? With these colorful gems, they all have 100 on. Dead-ish, yeah. Just mostly dead. Monopoly. Yeah, that's fine. As long as someone's chatting. Someone has something they want to say, they'll chime in. Yeah, working on your project, that's fair. Focus on your, yeah. Get it done now. Go. Anybody here get the occasional stress stream about school, even though you haven't been in school for 20 years? I do. Weird. Going for a sentry duty, yeah. My parents grow roses, and I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she was talking about the deer getting in her roses, and I was getting like flashbacks. Yep, it's still good. The occasional stress stream. I think it's when I'm already stressed, my body's like, what's something that you used to be really stressed about? Cool. Stupid school things. We're gonna hotline? Oh yeah, I bet. Ugh. I had a dream I was an adult and had to go back to high school to graduate. And I was terrified. And embarrassed. I Billy Madison myself in a dream. Right, I think that's it. Silver on this one. So we get to the next one. 4 more with the silver, and then both these squads will be like equaled out with the colors that are painted. So we just do everything on all of them at the same time. His arms are a little different. Cool. After stream today, if anyone wants to hear me rant and ramble on anymore, I will be doing a new YouTube video live. So talk about heresy stuff, Thousand Suns. So, if you guys are interested, check that out, listen in. It's a little over half an hour. I always think these episodes are going to be shorter, and they always end up just over half an hour. Well, I guess I got pretty good at being consistent, at least. But, yeah, if you guys check it out, I don't know, leave a comment, give it a like, do something, helps other people see it, you know, that whole thing. PowerPoint, just gotta figure out MLS. Okay. Ugh, sounds miserable. You have like 20 sources, dang. Okay, is that everything on this guy? I believe it is. It's 3 down. Relax. Focus on the exam you have today. Yeah, priorities, right? Continuing on. Maybe we'll just get the base colors done. I don't know. Yeah, we got time. Essentially 3 washes, but 2 of them. Figure one of them just over some of the skin, and only 5 of these people are showing a face, so it's a quick wash. Otherwise, there's a color for all the bone colors, and there's a color for basically the black and the metallics. I guess I do use a brown wash on the light bronze, so that'll matter as well. Okay, so a couple washes. Washes are pretty quick though. Hey, Raja, what's going on? First quote for your Windows. Oh, nice. Okay. Lower price than you're expecting. Well, that's good. in his anger, he broke out all of his windows. That's what happened. It's like it's just home ownership requiring you to buy things. She thought, yeah, it is good. Okay. It's everything on this one. Good. I feel like I'm moving too fast through these. Something. Probably missing something. Missed his thumb. Your little metal thumb, dude. Try to have these done by the end of the week. Need some fun stuff next week. We'll do a giveaway the week after. I think the week after is technically the last week of Thanksgiving, so we'll do a giveaway then for everybody. Hands on this guy is more robotic. Less gloves. Did soap work? The fragrance stick to you when the soap is supposed to wash away? I don't know. That's a good question, though. I figure scented soap has been a thing, like, forever. So, something about it has to work, right? Maybe. Alright, one more steel jack here. So to smell good. It's got to dissipate. Yeah, I mean, it does dissipate. Eventually, right? Getting all the soap. I don't know. I think I can see that point of view, but I don't know. I think the way the scent sticks on your hands is different than like whatever grime the soap is getting off. Like, soap works against bacteria and dirt and grease and stuff like that, but whatever makes up the scents they use. Is not something that's been carried off by soap. Thinking about making your hands feel dirty again? Oh, okay. I guess you should never wash your hands again then. The only way to stay pure and healthy. Probably not a thing you should do. You're a nurgling. Just trucking along on these minis. Ready for retirement? Yeah, no kidding. You and me both. Okay. We got those. Good name for your bloodthirster. She Who Thirsts. How about that for a bloodthirster? That's thirsty for blood, right? Yeah, you're saying the bloodthirster did really well. That's good. So he deserves a good name then. okay, yeah. Really was actually doing something. I think we got the silver touch up. Let's move those guys over. Get the next one. Okay, I think that's 2. 3 here. Silly work. Ah, lame. Who cares about work? Just ignore it. It'll go away. I'm going through some silver touch-ups. 3 more of these Thunderkin. Then I think we'll paint the faces. And I think we're ready for washes. Yeah, I think at that point we'll be ready for washes, so. You know, we need to put some red on these minis. Never mind. Do some red first. Paint. Last 2, but I need a little more paint out. Critic ritual to summon the motivation needed to finish painting this terrain. Sweet. What terrain are you painting? Where are you talking about painting terrain? I can't remember what you were actually painting though. Sector of Pure Alice Runes. Okay. There was a guide from Gorilla Miniature Gaming from Ash who he talked about how he paints whole sets of terrain in a morning. And I watched that guide and was so inspired. I had all this terrain that I had that was unpainted. I got all of it together and I painted it was like 5 sets of terrain in a weekend. It was crazy. Just like, it's a really simple method. But yeah, it worked out really well. I was like, man, this is awesome. Like, you know, you just mess with the zenithal spray painting, and then you dry brush, and you pick out some details, and that's it. And you just, yeah, I worked through it so quick. I got so much terrain painted. I haven't painted much terrain since then, except for the Thousand Suns terrain that I haven't quite finished yet, my Prospero terrain. But that might be a next week or week after type project. Bob's on it. Yeah. Games Workshop terrain has so many little extra pieces on it. Sometimes you just gotta say no. You just have to ignore those things. But I get it though. I get it. Bunch of rubble. Yeah, it's ruined terrain. Yeah. I have intact buildings from like pre-Battle of Prospero. That's cool stuff, but a lot of that stuff isn't printed yet, or might not ever be printed. I don't know. Yep. Genocidal bombardments of space wolves. It's a hobby? Yeah, sounds about right. What's up, Poutini? How you doing? Bad. Oh, there's some Blood Bowl, Tomb Lord Assembly. Oh, nice. Okay. Liking the new set. Nice. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard much buzz around people playing it. Metallic paintbrush with other paintbrushes. Yeah, I mean, I know people are pretty serious about that. I don't care. I mix mine and my brushes are fine. So, I think if you're going to be painting on a higher level, maybe that's something to consider. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I have never noticed glittery specks in any of my other paints. I hear that as like a horror story, like, oh, you're gonna get like metallic flakes in your other paint and everything. Or I have never in my life noticed that, and maybe I just have like bad eyes or whatever. But yeah, like I put metallics on my wet palette. I use the same water jar to wash my brushes. Never once have I been like, huh, like there's something wrong with this paint, or I noticed something different about this other color, like looks a little more metallic. Yeah. You have once, okay, yeah. Yeah, in general, I think that advice is stems from people like Marco Frazzoni or Trevelyan that are like, we're out here. They're out there winning golden demons, every 3 months or whatever, and laughably painting golden demon level minis in like a 4-hour paint session, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, and maybe it's like other types of paint that tend to do that more. So like our little hobby acrylics and the amount we use probably won't mix and mess with your paints, but when you're dealing with like large canvases to paint on, or like the whole, like a classically trained artist would be taught, like never mix these two, always use different brushes because it's going to do something, like it's just, yeah, maybe it's a different environment. Dish soap or in hair wash, yeah. Yeah, that can be useful. I use Gentastics Drunken Brush Goop, which is a ready-made cleaner for brushes and to clean the paints that we use, these acrylic paints that we use. A product by Monument Hobbies. That's my preference for a brush cleaner. Yeah, I feel like Dawn probably, the Dawn dish soap or whatever would probably be okay. Adds head and shoulders to the shopping list, yeah. Use hair conditioner on your brushes. Yeah, oh, there you go. Okay. Through making sure I have these small areas painted here. Yeah, alright. Hey, McCracker, what up? Don't forget to burn elves? Okay. Jeez. Just coming in with all the hot takes. What's going on? Yeah, I'm doing well. Been a pretty chill stream today. Just trying to get all the base colors on these minis and Get some washes on them. This was brought to you by Thorgrim and Son. That's great. New Hobbies brush soap is great. Masterson is like the OG. Yeah. Masterson's is, or it's the Masters. It's not Masterson's is the that's the wet palette company called the Masters. Brush soap and brush cleaner and conditioner or something. But yeah. Yep, all good. Those are easy to mix up. We're gonna get some burnt red out to get ready to use, and black red to use also. Doing some touch-ups here, making sure there's nothing that I'm really missing. That's good, man. That's good. That's what it's all about, right? Learning more, figuring things out. Yeah, brush soap is nice. I'll show you. I have my my brush goop here. This stuff, Gymtastics Drunken Brush Goop. And what's nice about it is it comes just like packed in as a solid, and you basically just I put some water in here. I get my brush with like warm water, and you really work it in there, and you kind of work the brush, and you keep working it in there, and you kind of use it as a conditioner afterwards. But no, it's good. It's a good product. Oh, look at that. Look at that smooth transition from Big Papa. Yeah. That'll be able to. There you go. Yeah. I believe every day's a good day when you. Hey Zen, 55 months. Ridiculous. What's going on, man? How you been? Gene 3D print. Yeah, no kidding. Dude, guys, these awards for this Thanksgiving have been cursed. Absolutely cursed. Like broke both of our printers. It's crazy. Hey, Big Papa, thanks for gifting the sub. And McMedic, there you go, man. Ad free. Enjoy. Sure, we're getting everything here. Ad-free learning, yeah. There you go. Your enjoyment. Discord some badly painted scenery major. That way you can mock my prophetic. No, I don't mock anybody, man. I'm just glad people are posting pictures. So what you're saying is you posted pictures in Discord. You want me to look at your minis? Yeah, I promise. Whatever you painted, it can never be the worst I've seen. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Where's my Discord? There it is. What are you talking about? Poorly painted stuff. That stuff looks great. You have a dwarven drawbridge? That's sick. Jeez, dude. Like a cannon tower? Yeah, and the is that Gotrek and Felix sitting in the big war blimp there? What is that? Yeah. Yep. That's what I was thinking. I knew his was a bait and switch. What it was. Trying to get. He's got a whole dwarven castle. He's even got ships for water battles for Warhammer Fantasy. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You should be ashamed. I have a series of White Dwarf magazines that went over like ocean rules, like coastal battles and naval battles in Warhammer Fantasy. And I remember they had a couple battle reports, and most of them featured dwarves, and the dwarves had like ironclad ships and stuff, and it was super cool. Yeah. No, that's just great stuff overall. You should truly be ashamed. That dude had an Uzi for a second, but no, it's just a big little blunderbuss. All right, I see the what is this, the strip mall karate instructor dwarf slayer there at the very end, the very last picture. He's a black belt and everything. That's great. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's paint a little bit of skin. We're gonna finish the base color. I think that's what we'll do tonight, or today. I think tonight during Patreon Hangout, I'll get the washes on everybody as I can. Try to make that happen. Three months of work. That is a solid amount of work. 3 months. Angry face color here. Too bad can't see your face. You don't have a face. You have a face. Yeah, it's the I'm gonna be completely honest with you level of painting. It is. It absolutely is. Yeah. To be honest, my painting's no good. Proceeds to have very good painting. Yeah. Yeah, just a casual sloppy dry brush on all those minis, right? Okay. Your manager didn't cancel the weekly one-on-one. Oh no. That's not good, is it? Work Monday and you're off. Nice. I think next week I'm not going to be streaming much next week. That's basically what's going to happen. Yeah, I think I'll stream Sunday night is a maybe because it's Thanksgiving on Sunday. So I might be busy and yelling all morning anyway. We'll see. That's an up in the air one. I would say probably not, but I might. And I'll stream Tuesday, but then not Wednesday, and not Thursday because that's a holiday. Friday is a maybe. I don't know about Friday yet. So yeah, next week might just be kind of a crapshoot. 5, you have all 9. If you want to drop them off, that's fine. Yeah, I might not be home when you're dropping those off because the Painting Son has his choir performance tonight, so we might be gone then. But $5.36. Yeah, I'll probably be fine. Yeah, and you can come over after that too. Like I think we have to be at the school either by 6 or 6:30. But yeah, we do have some traffic. It's enough to be annoying. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to spatchcock the turkey this year. I might. Since it's a fresh turkey, I don't have to worry about thawing it. I don't know. One year I did that, and it didn't turn out as well as it had in the past, so... Yeah, they close at 6. Yep. Support late night coffee drinking. Yeah, you gotta go to Cleveland for that. Big Italian population in Cleveland. Cleveland is like Italian people and Polish people. Yeah, they probably are. You should look that up and tell me. You probably just called it. Making decaf at home. Ugh. Cleveland has 24-hour ones. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. I believe I proved my point, and you did as well. Large Italian Polish. Yeah. I bet it is. Studio Boneless. Yeah, welcome in. I've been to Cleveland maybe once in my life. Make mistakes on it. Can't do that. Or I don't want to make mistakes on. Yeah, what are you up to, Studio Boneless? Drew Carey show taught me everything I need to know about Cleveland. That's true. Yeah. As an Ohioan and a kid, we used to watch Drew Carey show. We used to think it was cool because it took place in Ohio. Looking painting, room world. Okay, nice. What kind of stuff you painting? Anything good? Okay, now the commander here. We're gonna do red on this shoulder as well. And we'll get to the underkin. That's what they're called. Okay. Do I use oil-based inks? Not usually. No, I use a couple oil paints every once and again. Knock out last of a 2,000 point. Is that 40k Thousand Suns? Okay, good luck with that. Ogre Forge, what's going on? You got the Titan. Oh, nice. Awesome. Congratulations. Ogrekin, or Ogre Forge Miniatures won our last giveaway. Sure, I can do the trim and non-metallic metal. Oh. Pure torture. You brought this on yourself. I would look into firing that goose, yeah. Nothing but bad intentions. 39 items on my Etsy shop have wound counters, also have bases of various sizes. Oh, nice. Ogre Forge is getting the shop together. It's awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are deciding to chill with me today. Go through and do a second coat on those reds, but first I want to get black red out. We're going to get some holsters and grip things. Didn't quite get to the washes today. I don't think we will, but said I'll wash these tonight during the Patreon hangout, and tomorrow it should just be highlights and actual making these minis look interesting. So find your real job. Yeah. I'm right there with you, dude. Right there with you. This might be cooked, but gotta keep it. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's fine, Big Papa. Yeah. He knows. I'm cool. It's link friendly stream, so. As long as people don't come in and like their first or second comment is like, you know, I like, can you follow me, or can, you know, like that whole thing. People come in here and done that. I'm just like, it's at least like say hi and introduce yourself first. Like, it's kind of weird.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, Studio Boneless. Mention commissions if my books are closed. Oh yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's get a second coat on this red. We'll go through and do a second coat real quick. Which paint for one reason. If I'm not interested in the army, I'm not motivated to paint. Yeah. That is the challenge, right? If the miniatures aren't interesting, then How do you get yourself to paint them? But if you can recognize that, then good. Painting wife is behind me furiously typing, if you guys aren't aware.
Gently type?
It's
apparently it's not.
No, it's not. It's fine. I just see the mic.
Like, really quiet.
Yeah, I see the mic like just picking up every single one. Yeah.
You need to like go one at a time.
Yeah. Yep. You got an Oi Belta Loda from Big Papa.
Hey.
Zen, your manager forgot about your meeting. Well, so much for that. She forgot so much she forgot to cancel the meeting. That's what that was. Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Raw blue speed paint. Exploded on my desk and coated them with blue spackles. Oh, that's rough. Why don't use army painter, guys. That's why. Like army painter's your fault. Yeah, sounds like it was your fault. With all the issues I've had with army painter using them, I've never had that happen, so I guess I should be thankful I don't have exploding paint. Yeah. Yeah, that stinks though. That does stink. Do you guys want a Star Wars mini? If I did a giveaway and painted a Star Wars mini and gave it away, that's something you guys would want? Or should I stick to Warhammer stuff? Ramen or Korean black bean rice cakes for lunch? Both those sound good. Walked a little, just squeeze a little hard. Oh yeah, well that's rough. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm here to help. Just pick both. The shirt as well. You should wear an apron. You know, you can buy aprons on my Fourth Wall store with TPD logos on them. Very high quality, actually. So. Exclamation point Fourth Wall. Don't ruin your shirts. Is exclamation point Fourth Wall? Does that not work? I'll just give you guys the wrong link. What did we make it? Oh, okay. There we go. It's merch. Alright. Exclamation point merch. I don't know my own channel, guys. Alright. It's a Tuesday at 1:45. Dealer's choice on the minis. Yeah. Gosh, I can just see it now. Like, I'm gonna paint a Star Wars mini giveaway, and then just goes into people just foaming at the mouth to like yell insults at Kathleen Kennedy or something. And it's yeah. There's your TPD mug. Nice. Nice. There you go. I use my TPD mug as well. Comes back in and we're yelling at no we're not. No. I just assume if I'm painting a Star Wars mini on stream, that's what's gonna happen. Just have people coming in, just doing that. Yeah. Okay. Do one more thing here. With this black red, and we're gonna get some of these little weapon handles. Your brush mug, nice. Gonna be off to a good start, and the first thing you grab is a lidocaine patch to put on your back. Yeah, nice. Geriatric twitch. Never change. Oh, I'm sorry, Ogrekin. That sounds terrible. No, there is. Is it hailing at my house? No, that's the painting wife typing behind me.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, I'm trying to be quiet while I type. And people in chat are literally asking if it's hailing. That's crazy.
I'm not trying to be quiet now.
Oh, well, I could tell. I
just type on the computer a lot faster than I type on my phone, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Coming in and crashing the party here.
Sorry.
The
ladies and
crazy, wild party we got going on. Rough. Tumors. Ugh, that's rough. Yeah. I did not get her a mechanical keyboard. She used to have a mechanical keyboard, and it was at least twice as loud as that one.
Well, that annoyed me.
Yeah. You could hear that keyboard throughout the house. It was incredible for like the first 15 minutes we had it. They're like, wow, that's so cool. It clickety-clacks really loud, and then... No. You said no thanks. You laying gravel outside? Yeah. What? What is that? Why are you posting my P.O. box? Who's sending me what now? Oh, you need the address. Okay. All right. She would be really good at the Bolt Gun Words of Vengeance game, the typing game.
What is that?
It's a game on Steam. It's free.
Is that the one you were gonna get for the painting son?
I have it for the painting son. He
like
played it
waiting for
once.
him
Yeah.
To be ready for it.
Yeah, he played it once.
He's probably ready for it more now.
Yeah, he probably would be. Yeah, he might enjoy it a little more too.
Right.
Since he's been liking typing a little more. Yeah, you just type words, and as you type the words, you shoot the creatures, and it kills them. Just tell me to stand up and exercise? Gotta go make breakfast? Alright. Make breakfast? Well, it's not 2 o'clock in the afternoon for you, I guess, so that's fair. West Coast over there. Breakfast involves standing. You posted a ramen? Oh, okay, cool. Cool. I'll take a look. I think there's a couple little things left to do on these minis before I get to the washes. But I think we might just kind of call the stream there. And probably sit all day and go through and touch up and change things. All right. So base colors are about done. We'll finish up the base colors tonight, and I'm probably going to get some washes on them tonight during the Patreon hangout. And then we're going to try to finish them over the next couple days with some highlights and such. But you guys have a great day. Again, Patreon, we got hangout tonight, so come and chill, chat with us. Yeah, hobby along, all that stuff. I might be a little late to that just because we have a lot of stuff going on tonight, so that might happen. But otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow around 11 a.m. Eastern, and we'll be painting more Votann. So that's yeah, that's about it. But you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.